I've been listening to that Elizabeth Holmes podcast, The Dropout. I'm just driving around with a massive erection.
Wait, does it have a lot of her like Bert like?
It's her. It's
She talks a lot on the podcast.
audio.
Wait, it's her podcast. She has a podcast.
Yeah.
She's just
It's
like
that prison podcast that
Someone
Emma
smuggled
likes.
in a blue Yeti mic in their butt.
so. Elizabeth Holmes sounds like somebody who like is about to throw up or something.
Well, she's got that sort of South California skater surfer kind of like thing.
I need your blood.
But also super deep.
Yeah. Well, it's an act, though, right?
Yeah. It's an affectation.
This
We
is
literally talked about that
Week
last
2 of
week.
Holmes chat.
This is her real voice.
That'd be wild if, like, in court she sounded like Betty Boop.
No, she's
Your Honor, I was just scared.
I just wanted to help people. Boop, boop, be-doop.
Not as horny though.
Not as horny.
No.
Not as horny. For me, personally.
For Kyle.
Some people are perverts and love baby talk. Not me.
What is Betty Boop's? Because she's
Are you asking
like,
her ethnicity?
what is her
or?
origin story?
Oh, I actually
No.
noticed.
Stop. What is Betty Boop's ethnicity? Let's get it cleared
I
up
know
here
this.
once and for
Somebody
all.
told me about this the other day.
Finally.
Who are you?
Betty
who are
Boop?
you spending time with?
I don't
she
remember.
needs to take a DNA test, Elizabeth Warren.
I want to see Betty Boop's long form birth certificate. She was not born in this country.
All right, so I'm actually genuinely curious.
She
What's
was
the-
like a black club singer.
Oh,
Like the woman that they based her off of.
I was going to say, she's a cartoon, Kyle.
she was black
like
and white.
like a singer in Harlem or whatever, and like did that sort of baby talk thing was her
Okay.
thing.
And then they
Interesting
whitewashed
context. Now I feel bad. Because I just picked up on a thread that he had, and now I was like, no, we finally need to figure out what the sort of racial identity of Betty Boop is.
Yeah, sorry for coming in with a real fact that made everybody feel bad.
I sounded like I had an axe to grind, and I'm like, no, more whites-only cartoons from the golden age of animation.
Oh man,
Mickey Mouse is based on minstrel shows.
I believe that.
Because of the gloves and the
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
wow,
the sort of
yeah.
That was
literal white face.
which
Yeah.
is they should fire him like James Gunn because of his past.
I don't.
Y'all seen Mickey's tweets, man? They fucking wild.
Like
Yeah,
Mickey-
look up Mickey's old tweets.
his tweets from the 30s. It's like people standing in bread lines.
Yeah.
It's like he I don't know what he said.
Oh, I think that the Great Depression was caused by the Jews.
Why is there one dog that's a dog and then another dog that's a
Well,
man?
You know?
They talk about that in Dazed and Confused, right?
Oh, do they?
Oh,
Or
okay.
some-
That seemed like a
Someone
stoner
has
question.
asked this
Yeah, this
question
is-
before.
Yeah,
the
it's a
thing.
stoner question that gets asked in a movie, but
Yeah.
Y'all, my fucking nieces love Mickey Mouse
Stoned,
Clubhouse.
getting high.
It is fucking crazy. Like,
Is it a show?
They're not. Yeah. It
They're
still
not
comes
even
on
one
the Disney
yet.
Channel.
How
They're
do they
not
know?
even one yet, and already they're like, "This is fucking the dopest shit."
Wait, what is the show?
It's just it's like
singing.
little.
It's a magical house where I don't know.
Yeah, literally. So it is just like all the Disney cartoon characters, and they live in this clubhouse together.
Is it animated or like
It's
people in
animated.
costumes?
It's like CG animated.
Are they polyamorous?
Possibly unclear. They don't really get into it. But
all-
the
they
music
only show you during
all the
the
music is by
daytime.
They Might Be Giants, which fucking rules.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
There's a little song they sing when they solve whatever problem they're out to sing, and I love it. And they have a little stuffed animal.
What's an example of a problem that they need to solve?
Oh, like
global warming.
the one that I saw was like they're on a train trying to get somewhere.
And they have to figure out how many miles
Yeah.
per hour to go.
Yeah,
to beat
it's
the-
honestly, it's all like educational, but like very simple stuff. He's like, we need these tools. And there'll be like 3 tools float out of this magic bag and they're on screen. It's like, which tool do we use? And it's like long silence while the kid goes, that one.
Yeah.
And then they solve whatever. They put the next track on the thing and they fix it or whatever.
It's Blue's Clues and everything.
Yeah, it's Blue's Clues.
But wait, why do they like it so much? Just because the animation is like...
colors and noises.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's colors and noises, but they are wild about this specifically.
Yeah.
Like you can sit them in front of TV and they'll be into it, but when Mickey Mouse comes on, they are like fucking glued to it. They love it.
What sort of like MK Ultra stuff do you think like, Disney is doing to like find out? It's like, oh, we have tapped into 18-month-olds.
Yeah, they're sending my nieces to Venezuela.
yeah. Are your baby nieces? Do their eyes? They're always dilated, basically, like, just tweaked up all the time.
Yeah.
What was everyone's favorite like childhood show? Like when you were like the earliest show you can remember watching?
Pee-wee, hands down.
Pee-wee.
Yeah. Pee-wee's Playhouse.
I watched something called Zoobly Zoo, which was creepy. It was like people dressed up as animals, but like in a dancer kind of way. Like it was
cats?
very
Yeah.
It was basically cats.
Okay.
But like different animals.
No wonder you're so fucking scared of
There
everything.
there was educational component. I
Adults with grease paint on their face and like movement pants,
Oh,
like teaching you how to
God.
read.
think. Yeah, basically.
You're like, anyway, that's why I haven't slept a wink in 25 years. I like to, like all that children's television workshop shit. Mm-hmm. You got your Sesame Street, you got your Electric Company, you got your
Zoom.
etc. No, though, because isn't that Canadian?
I don't know.
I did not watch that. No.
Does anyone remember Today's Special?
No.
Steven, you might be the only one old enough to remember this. It was a show about a department store where a mannequin came to life if he had his hat on, his special hat on.
This
Frosty
and
Snowman.
there was a girl who worked in the store who was his love interest, and then there was
Excuse me?
there was a puppet mouse family that lived in the wall.
This sounds very.
You probably
familiar.
watched it.
Yeah. I have a notoriously bad memory though, so I have a vague impression that yes, this.
I just remember as a kid, I only liked cartoons. So like if it was animated, I was like, all right, this is cool. I like even like Arthur, which like I was not crazy about. I was like, I'll watch this because it's animated. Like to the point where like when like Pete and Pete would come on.
I love Pete and Pete.
Well, like as a kid, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
This is the channel I go to for cartoons. I recently actually just discovered Pete and Pete.
It's great.
Like I started watching it like 6 months ago. It's really good.
It's
really good.
really good.
It's very good.
show.
Yeah. I like anything with surrealism or then just sort of like sexy young kids was like,
Whoa, what?
like Alex Mack, Saved by the Bell, like anything
Sexy
like that.
to him as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, sexy now. Definitely sexy now.
Whatever
you know
her
what I mean,
name.
though.
Who was the girl in Pete and Pete? What's her name?
Ellen
Ellen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Well,
having
and
a little
Michelle
little
Trachtenberg
kid
Michelle
crush
Trachtenberg
on
was
Ellen.
the Girl Scout.
Yeah.
You got the strongest man
Pete
in the
and Pete
world.
did rule. I watched a lot of Salute Your Shorts.
Yeah.
I cry like Pee-wee's the earliest. I would cry every episode when it ended. When it's like at the end and he's like, bye, bye. I would like be weeping.
Ball.
And my mom was like, you fucking loser. Like she was just like, this show, like my mom was very open about the fact she's like, this show sucks. I hate this weird baby man. I hate it.
Kyle, you've watched like the like I'm gonna butcher this, but like the like early Pee-wee's Playhouse when you would like do it on stage and it was like a lot more
Kind of
Yeah,
like
they would do it
body
at
and
Groundlings or the Roxy in LA or whatever.
You've seen all that?
Yeah. And they also did a revival that aired on HBO. They did a Broadway show, and it fucking rules.
But it was like more skewed more to
Yeah.
an adult audience.
Totally.
Yeah.
I liked the Pee Wee movie that came out a few years
I
ago.
fucking I thought we were talking about the Big
original.
Adventure. Okay, so this is
well,
why
yeah, the
to
original
me,
ones are great.
I mean, like too scary. What
Oh,
Large
yeah,
Marge?
sure, Large
too
Marge.
fucking
Yeah.
scary, traumatized, and I think
shot
that's
that
why
big dinosaur.
trauma. So I
What?
think that for me, I'm like the TV show. Ooh, lump it in with that scary movie.
Really?
too scary for your boy.
The TV show is totally different.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, broad strokes.
Yeah.
That movie scared me. That show scares me too.
So what children's television show would be better if they turned up the adult notch like 4 notches? The adult knob. Like
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock. Like
Anything that have naughty puppets.
Yeah, I went straight to puppets.
All those Power Ranger actors did wild shit. They
actually-
killed, they
Oh,
fucked,
yeah.
they did drugs and stuff like that. So I'm like, I mean,
In real
Power
life.
Rangers
Yeah.
would be
let them.
That's a
Power
go
Rangers
nuts.
would be sick. If
Very
they're-
good
It's
answer.
a bunch
Yeah.
of high schoolers fucking
Yeah.
and like really violent.
And Zordon is like, y'all. Like he's like just talking the entire time. Like, nice, yeah.
It's like Friday Night Lights, but it's not like kids can't watch it.
yeah.
But it is like real problems.
Right.
Plus Rita Repulsa.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the Blue Ranger, like his Adderall prescription doesn't get renewed, and so he's not gonna do well on his SATs, and then like Kimberly's got like
Pink
like
Ranger's
gonorrhea.
a drug mule.
Yeah.
You know, I think the Pink Ranger she like Jason gave her gonorrhea or something.
Pink Ranger has an eating disorder.
Yeah, that's
Jason would.
Jason is the drug dealer. He
Yeah.
had that ponytail. Like Jason.
Is that green?
Was he White Ranger?
Well, the
Flash
Green
white.
Ranger turns into the white.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason. Jason's the red.
Jason's the Red Ranger.
I don't remember.
Okay, got it.
Just I know Amy Jo Johnson was also on Felicity.
That, yeah.
I literally, maybe it came through on the word like a Pavlovian trigger. You said Felicity, and I swallowed. Like I went like a full because that was right in the target zone. It was like puberty for me, where I was just like. The big city, everybody's hot. Yeah.
It was such a good show.
And
Tight curls.
but also to me, this is deeply embarrassing, and also just goes to show how food is an emotional trigger for me and an unhealthy reward system. But there was this episode where she's like in the city, and I think like maybe she'd been turned down by
Ben
Scott
or
Speedman
Noel.
for the first time or something like that, and she just like goes into a bodega and then just like buys her own thing of ice cream and then goes like, give me a spoon, and then just like starts to eat it, and I'm like, oh god, college is gonna be so cool. Like I can't wait. Sexy women
Your
eating,
eyes crossed.
sexy women eating like personal sized ice cream. It's just like I can't wait. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome back to We Are Definitely Afraid of the Dark. It is the Scary Movie Podcast for people who are scared of everything. My name is Stephen Smith. I'm scared of everything.
I'm Emma Holder, and I'm more scared of more things.
And I'm Donald Logue, man, and I'm not scared of anything, dude.
All right. We're going to do a super cut. Kyle has decided to reinvent himself every week. He's got a new personality.
It's a fun character bit.
It's a bit we love. We pretend to give him a hard time, but we love it.
We love to see it.
We love it. We love to see it.
That voice you hear, we're at the end of a month. We're at the culmination of our vampire month. That means we have a special, a truly special
Really
guest.
special.
One long in the making, and the absolute perfect choice as the kind of like culmination of vampire month. Improviser, sketch writer, performer, crypto enthusiast, Tevis Paxton!
Yeah! My boy!
Thank you so much.
Hey,
it's
Tevis.
it's good to be here.
We wanted to do a black vampire movie, and we found the whitest person we knew.
I don't know if that's fair. We're all very white too.
This is
like
a
whitest
lily
in
white
like
group.
paleness. Or...
I mean, just like the name seems kind of white.
Yeah, the name. You're from
seems like kind of a white
Amarillo.
name. You're from a panhandle.
Yeah.
You're from a panhandle.
I am
Your
from
name's
a
Tevis.
panhandle.
You're pretty white. Everybody.
I'm pale AF.
You are wearing a calculator watch also.
You are the maybe the most melanated of this Quattro.
Most melanated?
I think so.
I'm very pale.
We're like white as a sheet, the three of us, normally.
like red and splotchy. I'm so
Full
white.
Circulatory map. You can sort of see every
I love
vein.
that we're comparing whiteness right now.
Is this like, is it a competition?
Yes, it is.
Well, we turned it into one that we're uncomfortable playing it. But you have a little bit of rosy glow.
Is that the wine?
Rosy glow.
Look at those arms.
Tevis, defend yourself.
I think it's everybody talking about me.
He doesn't like the attention.
Well, I am an attention whore. I want to
It has to be on your terms.
Yeah, I want to pull the attention, not if it's pushed onto me. It's still good.
So you're like sort of an attention top. You're like a power top. Attention power top.
That is accurate. Yes.
I'm going to go so far as to say attention bottom. I'll take it anyway.
Yeah.
Any way I can get it. Yeah, sure. Give it to me.
I'm a attention switch for sure. Attention verse.
Well, that was a fun game that we all played. Emma, we're not going to ask you which kind of attention thing you are because I've already feel very uncomfortable about sexualizing this concept.
Well, what if I want to say?
I mean, Wayne, if you want, I'm going to close my eyes and put my fingers in my ears.
I like attention. But I do, I think I agree with Tevis. Like, it's got to be on my terms.
All right, fair enough. All right, yeah.
Does that make me a top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
cool.
Power Ranger are all of me?
I'm Billy, the blue one.
Yeah, that tracks.
I'm smart and like I got glasses.
Oh wait, no, I was thinking red. You're blue?
No, I'm definitely blue.
Oh damn. Okay, I guess. All right.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
We're all
I
the
think
Blue Ranger.
we're all the Blue Ranger for sure.
They don't have that many different personalities.
They're
do
really
they?
not that different.
Yeah, but they're like he's the nerd, so it's like we're all definitely
Oh.
the Blue Rangers.
It's like you're either the nerd or not the nerd,
Yeah.
or you're a girl, or
Yeah, I'm
or
the
you're
girl
just
ranger.
Asian.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She's got no personality. Yeah. All right, cool. We
We
nailed that
watched a
one.
movie.
I'm Alpha 5. The robot.
You're an anxious queer
it's
robot.
alfalfa.
I'm Alfalfa.
Yeah,
Which little rascal are you?
I'm Zordon.
My favorite
I'm
little
Miranda.
rascal Zordon.
Classic Miranda.
I'm Darla.
And Zordon. I'm the pit bull that hangs out with them.
I'm
So-
Spanky because, as I already settled on, I am a power.
Hey, Tevis. What's your favorite movie? Or first 10 minutes of a movie?
So the greatest work of art ever created is the first 10 minutes of Blade. Blade,
interesting.
the 1998 New Line Cinema, kicked off the Marvel empire that we know and love today. Wesley Snipes, vampires, sexy raves.
If only we watched it. Anyway, Netflix's Castlevania. Let's talk about it. We watched all 32 episodes.
An anime series.
No, we watched Blade.
We watched Blade.
Tevis, you are notorious Blade stan, particularly those first 10 minutes, and so there's no better choice to
Think of a different film where the first 10 minutes just doesn't just slide you right in and you know exactly what you're in for and completely bought in and it's perfect.
It's like a cold open. I mean, it just like sets the stage.
Sets the stage.
We're going to do two things this time. Normally Emma will give us a recap of the movie in a minute and change. So what we're going to do this time is you're going to have a minute to recap those first 10-ish minutes with as much sort of detail as you can cram into that time, and then seamlessly picked up by Emma for another minute.
So I describe the first 10 minutes and then she describes
and then she'll
the
describe the
rest
rest of the movie. Yeah.
Got it.
So this is your chance to shine, to let us know, to convert the doubters who are listening to go
Got
see
it.
Blade.
So I forgot that there's a little bit of like Blade's mom getting bitten by a vampire
Right,
because
yeah.
your brain just forgets all that. But then we get to two sexy people driving around in now, it says, and they're going to a party, and she grabs his dong, and
She really honks on it.
yeah. And he's into it, and then they are in a slaughterhouse, and it is interesting. But they go to the back, and there's like, I don't know, vaguely Russian guy, like working the door, and then they say
a big Slav.
Yeah, they say some code word, and they open up the door, and it is the dopest party you've ever seen. Everybody is sexy and grinding on each other, and the DJ has flashlights taped to his temples, and there's a dude in a cowboy hat getting blown in the corner while he makes out with some other girl, and then but the dude who got dragged along to the party is like kind of feeling left out because everyone's kind of pushing him around. You got like Steven Dorff like making an eye at him for a second, and then he notices a drop of blood or a drop of mystery liquid coming from above, and proceeds to taste it
immediately,
like an idiot. Later in the movie, they say people are cattle, and this isn't a good example of just he's so dumb. Then they all raise their hands to the sky, waiting for the sweet, sweet manna of the sprinklers. And the DJ has a big sign behind him. It says "Bloodbath," and then
which was not there before.
We did not see before. It wasn't lit.
The lights were down, maybe. Yeah.
And then blood starts raining down, and all of the vampires start fucking grinding on each other and like flashing their teeth. And this guy's freaking out like a loser because it's so cool. And then they start pushing him around. And then he gets punched in the face like he deserves. And he's like kind of army crawling through the sweet raving legs. And then he gets to these fucking boots that are standing there. And it pans up, and it's Blade. And he's got like 7 seat belts like wrapped over like a couple layers of leather jackets. And the vampires are like, oh shit, is it him? And then
Daywalker.
Jesus Christ. It is. It's him.
And Blade proceeds to just shotgun blast and samurai sword like every single person in the room.
Goes nuts. Cut. Transition. Pass the baton.
So then,
fully awake. Awake from a deep slumber.
I'm very awake. So then we find out. Well, first Blade. So the man that Blade kind of kills, Donald Logue, ends up in the morgue, and of course the people are talking casually around the dead body, and you know what's going to happen.
He's crispy,
and it's so scary. And he pops up and he bites them. And so Blade shows up because he just knows. He went to finish him off. Right. So he saves the woman who got bit. Nancy? No. Karen. I can't believe I called her Nancy. Karen.
And he throws her out of a window.
Well, first the cops come and try to shoot him, and he's like, he says something really great.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
Like, basically, he's like, you don't shoot at me, I'm Blade. So then he rescues her and takes her to his warehouse, where Chris Christopherson is listening to some CCR. And we learn that Blade is half vampire, half human. His mother was turned while he was in her uterus. And so when he's born, his mom is killed by a vampire. And so he's raised on the streets, just like eating people because he has to.
Homeless people.
And then...
fucking...
yeah.
Inverted
There's some class stuff right here. And then
There's a lot of layers.
Christopherson rescues him, and they become vampire hunters. We find out Steven Dorff is the main bad guy. And there's a whole, like, United Nations of vampires that like are trying to like they secretly run the world, but Steven
Like
Dorff
the real
is like,
United Nations.
fuck you, man. Like, we're the top of the food chain. We need to kill all the humans. So Steven Dorff is trying to get Blade's blood to make the special blood god come back.
Blade's blood. Blade's blood.
And it works. So Steven Dorff. Oh, also surprise! Blade's mom is still alive,
And she's horny.
and she's horny and kind of gross towards Blade, like sexy gross to her own son. And she's also like not nice.
And Steven Dorff is his stepdad.
Steven Dorff is his stepdad who just doesn't get it. And so Blade
Turn down that goddamn rap music. Steven Dorff.
end of the
Put
day,
on some trip hop.
Blade and Karen, let's give her some credit too, because she's a fucking badass. She's
Absolutely.
the best hematologist in all the city. Blade and Karen save the day. They kill all the vampires. And then they go to Russia because there are more vampires. But like, they basically kill all the vampires.
They kill all the vampires in whatever
in
city
this city
they're in.
of now.
Yeah, the American city.
I think it's New York.
Yeah, it's supposed
But
to
New
be
York with the West Coast beaches. Anyway, that's Blade.
Unironically, a great movie.
Yes, truly a wonderful film.
It was fun.
I think one of the things we're going to talk about, and I just want to get this theme out there, is that Blade did everything first.
Okay,
yeah.
so there's this
You made
weird
a valid
realization.
point.
You were the first one to make this point, I think, like early in the movie. Not only did it do everything first, but it definitely feels like it's proto Matrix in a lot of ways.
Absolutely,
Like in terms of the
specifically.
styling, the camera movements, the fucking, like multi
There's bullet
Hong
time.
Kong shit. There's bullet
Slow motion bullet
view,
dodging.
maybe. Yeah.
There's lots of black
Bullet time
leather
has to
trench
have that full
coats.
360. There's a lot of trench coats. They're like the white, vaguely European lady who dresses in all white. She's like those twins. We established that. So there's a lot of Matrix motifs in it.
Or she's like, not like this. That lady also dressed in white.
And also,
Oh, not like
Also-
this.
Blade is kind of like Neo in that he's kind of like a
They straight up call him the one.
yeah.
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 Also,
He's the savior.
Originally, Will Smith was slated to play Neo.
Yes.
And he turned
Guys.
it down to do Wild Wild West. Jim
Guys,
West,
yes.
Desperado.
What?
So
Yes,
sad.
you didn't know this?
What?
It was supposed to be Will Smith, but he
Yeah.
turned it down.
Neo is black.
Yeah.
in the script. Or was there like a comic that preceded Matrix?
No,
it
okay.
it's
all
just their
lives in the
scripts.
Wachowski siblings'
Heads.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. What?
Well, no, it all lives in Blade.
Do you
And
think,
then they
That's wild. And
do you
Wild
think Will
Wild
Smith
West.
regrets
Yeah.
that choice?
no.
Do you think if Will Smith would have played Neo, he would be doing Blueface in that live action Blueface right now? Like, would his career have stayed on track?
Can we make a quick tangent? What does Will Smith regret?
I mean, follow him on Instagram. Literally nothing.
Yeah.
He's living an amazing, charmed
Extremely
life.
positive.
It looks so fun. It's the best follow you'll ever do.
His
I
kids-
love
I
his
don't
fucking
follow
weird
him.
kids. I love his weird kids.
Yeah,
I mean, I was
Jaden's killing it.
talking the other day. I really like the show Jada Pinkett Smith's mom, and Willow Smith
they
do
sit down and-
called Red Table Talk.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like, who cares? Like, guys, Scientologists or not, who gives a shit? They rule.
Yeah.
They're America's family.
Yeah.
First family. So probably nothing. He got a lot of money for Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I, bet
remember-
it was fun to film.
Got to make that fun song.
Yeah, got to do that fun. Got to do that sort of like, like
I'm
lasso
going straight
gesture.
That-
The Wild Wild West.
Kenneth Branagh, on the other hand, probably has a few regrets about
Yeah.
having to play that character.
Well, that was in the period of time when you would buy the VHS, and then at the end of the, instead of like after credits, it would be the Will Smith music video, like when they had the Men in Black.
God, that would have been so good. I love Keanu. I love like late stage Keanu maybe the most because I think he's just sort of like interesting and weird. But Will Smith is so deeply charismatic. And I think he's a good dramatic actor too.
I think he's a better actor than
could-
Keanu Reeves.
yeah.
I'm just going to say it.
Could have sold it.
Yeah.
better.
They just do different things.
He is very funny though, so I'm like,
Yeah,
would
that's
that have,
my
like,
thing.
Maybe been harder to like take seriously.
It's a
Well,
totally
have you
different
seen
movie.
6
if Will
Degrees of
Smith's in it.
Separation?
Yeah,
Will Smith
totally.
is in it.
But that's like I think I think there's something
It's different
inherently
than an
silly
action
about
movie.
like
Yeah.
genre stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
if it's silly and it's a comedic guy being dramatic, you might just laugh because you're used to laughing at things that he
Right.
does. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Hey, we'll never know, right? We'll never know.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're
Wesley
an interdimensional
Snipes.
time traveler,
Not funny, I would say.
What are you
I
talking
would say
about?
no. I mean, in a
Hard
good way.
disagree.
I would
Have
mean
you seen Why Man
like
Can't
he
Jump?
leaned in to like this character and like he wasn't like being cutesy with it.
Oh.
Emma, what?
He gets shot in the chest and says, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
No, but I guess what I mean is like
He has so many.
He sells it as he's serious.
as serious. I
Yeah,
think so.
he
That's
doesn't.
what I mean.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not as winky to the camera. You
That's
buy
what I mean.
all these weird
Yes,
lines
like,
that he's saying.
I think he pulls it off. Is what I mean.
What's the line at the end that we know?
some motherfuckers
try
are
to-
always
try-
trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah, that's a
What?
Mwah, so good.
Do you think that this movie, though, the benefits, though, from not being like the kind of contemporary Marvel movie where there's really like kind of jokey
Jokes,
set
yes.
pieces?
Absolutely.
Where it's like just throwaway lines.
Yes.
Like where literally like he snatches a throat out of somebody and then throws it into another
Y'all.
guy's face. That's like slapsticky, but
I
like,
need a full out. I need clear the lane. We've got to talk about
the throat rip.
the throat rip.
Honestly, I've seen this movie probably a dozen times, and I've
you've never seen it.
I've never recognized what
I've
it
never
was.
noticed the throat rip.
Well, the throat rip is telegraphed maybe
it's such
pretty
a
explicitly.
throwaway. It's such a
It
throwaway.
is literally
Yeah.
a throwaway because then he takes the throat chunk and just kind of flicks it in a guy's face, and that guy just
Passes out.
Goes, "Oh!" He, like does a full pinwheel arms and falls
Steven,
backwards.
to be fair, if somebody threw a throat
Dead.
at you,
Dead. I would spin 7 times in air and then
and we
just
go into bullet time.
be like, my face, like, you know, when they do the full wind tunnel and the cheeks explode or whatever, I would just do that, and then I would turn to dust, weed and vampire style. I would just disapparate, man. So gross.
Yeah. I think I would just play dead if someone threw a throat
Full
at
possum
me.
it.
Just like, nope, get the other henchman.
You can't really play possum as a vampire though, because you can't dissolve
you-
yourself into dust.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well, you just wait. You just wait until he's like in the other corner of the vampire temple, and he's killing everybody, and then you just like slink off.
Carry around a bag of ash from your charcoal grill and just like go poof, and then
Or
run
just
away.
get really good at throwing your voice so you could be like, it doesn't me go, yeah, he did. So Blade's like, all right, somebody from across the room has observed this guy is dead.
But seriously, if I was a vampire,
Yeah, seriously.
I would not stick around that hell temple. I would go to the country, get a farm.
Moving to the country, gonna drink
Yeah,
a lot of blood, y'all.
Presidents of the United States of America, amazing band.
Yes!
Can we
I know
do
that.
a kind of like Austinian kind of drama where it's just you? In a kind of Pride and Prejudice kind of thing, like you've got like a cottage and
A
like
period vampire
a
piece?
period
I
vampire
love
thing,
it.
but not like Pride and Prejudice and zombies. But it's just you, and then you're just like occasionally like, oh, like I hear like a new bachelor moved to town. He's worth $10,000 a year, and then you just like
him?
like eat a cow or something. Just mac down on a cow.
Yes, I love it.
It's all at night, candlelit, sexy,
Yeah.
sexy, sexy.
That sounds like a good movie.
All right, can we talk about vampire sexiness, please?
Yeah, we can.
Yes,
Because it
absolutely.
came up in
'Cause
conversation
it
during the
is
movie. Let me just defend my stance here because I think it's
Okay.
3-on-1. All right, I'm willing to amend it because it's kind of hot in this movie. Because everybody in the movie is hot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think when I said it, I don't find anybody attractive in their goopy makeup and Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's
Sure.
It's
Fair.
just too ridiculous and camp. Nothing is sexy about it.
This
Yeah.
is part of my criticism of Blade 2.
With this thing?
Yeah, those guys are all super pale and veiny.
And they're like monsters, not like kind of like soulful but like wounded bachelors. Yeah.
no, every vampire in Blade is like late 20s, like super fine.
Yeah.
And
Eurotrash dinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like hot.
Yeah. Everybody's like peak 99 wet hair look,
So wet.
pale, like lots
of
of
wet
eyeshadow, clothes that are all monochromatic.
Lots of shirts from Express.
Lots
Oh,
of
they
us
spent a lot of
Express.
money at Express.
So I think that everybody, if this is a hornier movie that works. I'm also just kind of into the scene where his mom is trying to fuck him. Listen, if you're a super fan, whatever. Edit together all of the weird Oedipal things that I've said on this podcast. There are numerous ones. My mother's lovely. I am a mama's boy. I don't want to fuck my mom. But
Kind of seems like you do,
but
dog.
if my mom was...
There's a lot of pornography that I've seen on the internet that you might be interested in.
pornography you've heard of, but not necessarily seen.
I scroll past it.
My
Right,
nephew
right.
told
This
me
is-
about this. Pornography.
Listen, my sexy stepsister is always telling me about it.
She's always trying to get me to watch it with her.
Scroll. But I mean, that is like okay. We get a
Well,
really
and then
sexy triad.
but
Where
he-
like
but
his
he-
mom's trying to fuck him.
He literally
His mom
impales
licks
her with a bone.
He bones her. He literally bones her, and then he sucks Karen dry.
Yeah.
And it's like this is hot. All right.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Revision.
and they know it because she's going, don't stop. Don't stop.
And then it's like, like really
They're
kind of like
thrusting.
thrusty,
Yeah,
and we're like,
No,
we
I kind of
get
thought they were fucking too.
Yeah,
for a second.
Yeah, you're fully like, wait, did they get it in or what? Also, I'm like into the kind of like, yeah, put me in that Iron Maiden and drain me, mommy. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like, that's cool. But that said, all things created equal, I would still fuck a wolfman before I'd fuck a vampire.
Crazy.
This is not crazy.
No, it's not that.
You're
like,
basically saying you want to fuck a dog.
I mean, like,
no. Well-
listen. I don't want to fuck a dog, but if we're choosing domesticated animals to fuck, it's
We're
not going to be a bird.
We're not. The choice is between a human or a dog.
If Kyle, put that gun down. You don't have to put it to my head. Yes, I would fuck a dog before I would fuck a fish, a cat, a bird, a python, etc.
Now, but so what do you mean by Wolfman? Because they're not. They're not like. Are we talking Michael J. Fox?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, well, okay.
I think
Yes.
Steven is just into hairy dudes.
I'm into like.
What about a hairy
carnal-
vampire?
Oh, now.
Like a bear vampire.
Wait, all right. So it's
Steven, stop.
Steven, stop. Put your dick away.
I think the logical extension of this is like vampires probably don't have pubes, right? And
Well, that's what's weird about this.
and
Why
like
do we think they don't have
wolfmen
pubes?
are. There was no hair on any vampire's body.
No,
aside
Deacon
from their
Frost
head.
was full hairy chest, and I'm like, this is an interesting thing from like a contemporary perspective because he had such a like narrow frame and he was hairy, and I was like, that does not cut it in the Marvel universe anymore. Wax it and get ripped, baby. That's what it is now. But he was hairy.
So Blade did it first, right? So Blade did the original gritty horror movie. Gritty superhero movie.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Like Chris Nolan.
Yes, I'd fuck a Wolfman.
Did anyone ask?
You guys would all fuck vampires?
I would
no.
absolutely
Because
fuck a
the
vampire
vampire-
over a wolfman.
The
You know
vampire.
what? I'm sapiosexual. I would.
Oh, boy.
I would fuck whichever one was smarter.
Whatever I meant. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I think
Vampires
probably
are
vampire.
immortal, so they have all the time to sit and learn Latin and whatever
And get
bullshit.
good.
Like,
Which one of them is a Rhodes Scholar?
Does that mean when they're eating you out, they're like licking Latin?
Summa cum loud.
Oh God damn it!
I don't know.
no.
I really okay. Listen, agree to disagree. Somebody listening, listen. I'm gonna whisper. There's gonna be a fucking special ending to this. We're gonna play the music, and then I'm just gonna come back on and whisper my phone number. And if you also want to fuck werewolves more than you want to fuck vampires, I don't know. Text me. Slide into this fucking DM.
We'll set up a Google voice box.
I mean, there are sexy wolfmen. I just don't know why we have to choose.
I mean, that's like the plot of
Fair enough.
Twilight. I
Exactly.
believe, right?
Oh my god. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
So
true.
Blade did it first.
Wait.
Wow.
There's no wolfmen in Blade. It didn't do it
There-
first.
there's a full moon. And it hints at it.
Yeah.
Our
yeah.
conversation about Blade did it first.
Another thing that
10
you brought
years
up that,
later.
that was super interesting is like, yeah, let's see Blade not being so obsessed with vampire mythos. Like, let's see him fuck run his way through a bunch of different kinds of animals. Or not animals, monsters. God, I'm like, let's just see Blade.
I want to see Blade.
Blade on a farm.
Let's see Blade just fucking his way through some sort of.
I want to see Blade kill a horse. Like, I don't know.
Do you think if Blade was on that weird sort of like tramp steamer or that like commuter boat in the ring, when that horse started running at him, he would just cut it down the middle?
Yeah. I was protecting it. It was going to be a lot more painful for it to fall off this boat.
Can other species get the vampirism curse? Can you get a vampire horse?
According to Bunnicula.
Okay, question
Do
answered.
y'all not remember Bunnicula?
This is, I think, the third time we brought up Bunnicula on this podcast.
Maybe we should pitch some of our perspective merch for you, Tevis, and you let us know whether.
Oh yeah, we did talk about Bunnicula.
Put down 20 bones for our "I'm a Wet Daddy" T-shirt. 22 if you want to ask me about Bunnicula button that we're going to put on it as well. Anyway.
Ask me about Bunnicula.
The whole internet's going to shut down. Exactly. All the tubes are going to get clogged because we're going to make money.
Or a honk if you love Bunnicula bumper sticker.
Honk if you... What's the...
Blah if you love Bunnicula.
What's the... So the Blade shirt would be like one of those T-shirts that's got like bullet holes like already like made on it, and it just says, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
Or no, it would just be like the upper half of a torso, and then like the fucking happy trail of another torso, and then just like goopy cartoon blood stitching it back together. Pretty cool.
That was cool when Steven Dorff stretched Armstrong apart and was full of blood rope.
Yeah, he
was a giant nerds rope inside. I mean,
that's another thing Blade did. It was like nerds rope, but it was also the Gushers. The Gushers commercial.
There was
a lot of candy visuals.
A lot of people turning into like swollen scrotums, and then like being like, "Oh no!" and then just spraying.
You ever just have one of those days?
Just bursting apart.
We haven't talked about Pearl yet.
We have not talked about Pearl.
Is so weird.
The large adult son that is the vampire archivist.
Whose kid is
comic
he?
book nonsense.
Whose kid is he?
Oh, I don't know. No, I just...
Wait, is Pearl a vampire? Oh, yeah.
Pearl is a vampire.
They is light sensitive.
They call them by male pronouns,
they used he,
but
I don't know if that's
real. I
real.
think that's just them being insensitive. Because I think Pearl definitely has some.
Pearl did have like a little pen.
Pearl is probably non-binary.
They, them pronouns.
But I just felt bad for Pearl.
Yeah.
Because she was shoved in a corner and made to watch TV. Okay, right. That sounds
Wait
great.
a minute.
Okay, never mind.
Wait a minute.
I want
Made to watch
Pearl.
TV. She could eat whatever she wants. She's on the internet all day. Yeah.
She'd also obviously had access to like a manicure
internet.
fund.
Yeah.
It's not the same internet.
Yeah.
You have to like wait 20
And
minutes.
fucking
AOL.
Monkey's Paw. The only TV she could watch was that CGI animation of Lamagra coming back.
She did have AOL, but she's always like screaming at Deacon Frost to like get off the phone because there's like fucking up her connection. She's like, "Dad, get off the phone." What? That is comic book bullshit, though.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah,
that is
yeah,
something
for
from
sure.
a comic book.
It's got to be.
To me, it is such a weird thing in this movie.
So
because
doesn't
just
fit.
like, wait, what?
So does not.
And also,
fit.
like, what is Pearl? Is Pearl the computer that's running?
I don't think so.
I think
No,
Pearl,
I think
Pearl
she's
is
supposed to be
the
a
only
vampire.
unsexy character.
But it's like,
Well, now hold on, Tevis.
Kyle, no.
Some of us want to get smothered.
What is that called again? Bowls?
No, so
eating-
if you want to get
getting
eaten, that's vor.
Yeah, vor.
I don't think there's a special name for wanting to be
You
smothered.
just want to get like tucked into a fold.
Yeah, baby.
yeah, it's called papoosing. yeah. It's called papoosing. Well, my mom calls it papoosing. Listen, we're all into different things. My mom papooses me and then lets the family dog fuck me. But that is to me where I'm like, oh yeah, this is like a comic book movie. There's like some sort of like deeper lore here that like people are like, fuck yeah, they put like seven people were like pearls in
and
it.
Everyone else is like, what the fuck is this?
And then also like to me, I'm kind of like, it's a little like I get the kind of zero tolerance thing. Like, listen, Karen, you might wake up tomorrow thirsty, and we're gonna have to kill you. I get it. It's the rules, right?
Yeah.
But and that like we don't have any discrimination. We just kill every vampire, no emotional bond or whatever. But the satisfaction that Karen gets out of like torturing something that's essentially alive is like, this is unsettling.
Yeah, a little weird.
Blade just like hacks him up, like just sort of dispatches him cleanly, and she's just like like a little kid that you'd like want to maybe like
it's like the hand, a magnifying glass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I blocked out Pearl. I totally forgot about that entire sequence.
I thought it was a cool scene, but also, yes, like, what is
Well,
this?
and why is Pearl naked?
Yeah, I mean,
Why is
I think that's
Where
just...
is Pearl going to buy
it's tough
like,
to find,
30 XL shirts?
I'm going to tell you, as a Husky boy, it's tough out there. Not a lot of options, you know?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Amazon was just selling books back then.
Pretty much all your choices are, like, you're going to end up either wearing nurse's scrubs or you're going to look like a guy that goes to the country club every day. You're going to wear a lot of, like, patterned shirts with, like, dogs playing golf on them, you know? And Pearl, that's not Pearl's look at all.
Remember those big dog shirts?
Oh, yes.
No, this is something you told me about. I am not familiar with it.
One wrong with the big dogs.
Ones you just said, you don't know
Like,
about big dogs?
wait.
And that was it.
I think I'm thinking of what's the black dog from Nantucket or like Martha's Vineyard.
What?
There's like a shop. It's not Big Dog. It's like the black dog, and it's just like a very like
the American Express black card.
Yeah, it's like a golf. It's like a country club style like Black Dog Nantucket or Martha's Vineyard. Never mind.
All right, so moving on.
I love this wild northeastern shit.
It's just like some store on Martha's Vineyard.
We opened up a golf store and we named it after Winston Churchill's expression for depression.
It's a sea shanty we used to sing when we would go whale watching. The black dog. No.
Okay, yeah, it's the general store in Nantucket, but they have this image of just like an outline of a dog that they put on fucking tote bags and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a very big thing, the black dog.
And it's like a kind of like well-bred dog, a show dog.
Sort of like Bucky's here.
Yeah.
Like a classier
Wait,
Buc-ee's.
is the black dog a place where you guys pee on your way to the Cape? Or that's what Bucky's is for us.
Yeah. I mean...
Pick up some black dog
nuggets. I know that's not
nuggets.
your point of the joke, but Nantucket's an island off of the Cape, so it doesn't make sense.
When you're waiting for the ferry, it's where you drain the main vein.
She just
God bless.
Manchester splains you.
All right, guys.
I'm proud of that joke.
Let's all pitch a Karen spinoff. All right?
Yes.
Karen.
So to remind everybody,
Fair enough, yes.
Karen is the best hematologist in the city that Blade saves early on in the film.
And then she saves him.
Well,
Who saved who?
spoilers.
And honestly, aside from the feeding scene, there's not a lot of
No sexual
romantic
tension. No.
stuff going on with them.
Well, there's the scene where Blade is pensively staring at a wall, and
True.
she walks in and she's like, "Hey, Blade,
I heard about.
Yeah.
I heard about how you used to be a bad boy."
and eat homeless people.
Whistler told me about your class issues. Yeah. But that wasn't even sexy. That's just her, her
But they
basically
were
being
getting
like,
to know each other.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I think this is a comic
think
book
getting
movie.
to know
They were
someone is
supposed to
sexy.
be.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not saying it was a choice.
But it wasn't a huge element of the movie.
But
do
I
you
find
think it was supposed to though?
Yeah, I think
yes,
so.
that's romantic.
They just
that's
like never
movie romance.
They just didn't do it well then.
Yeah, no, they did a bad job.
It was not the point of the movie.
You know what
but-
they did well? Cinematography.
It does, honestly.
I mean, it is a
It is a really good looking movie.
It is it does feel pretty 90s. It feels like Go or something like that, where it's like the camera, like they just like, we just gave a bunch of speed to the DP, and he's like, I got a skateboard. It just sort of like films like a lot of stuff, but it does look very cool.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it still holds up.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
There's some pretty wonky special effects, but other than that, it's great.
And also the fight scenes are shot in a way you can actually see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
There's like actual fight scenes. There's weight to them because they're not punching fucking
people fighting
scroll aliens, you know?
Foley editor is just like Blade walks past somebody and it's like
lots of thwacks and wet goopy.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff.
You know how that whip sound you hear every time you punch somebody?
Uh-huh.
Well, when you're punching at the speed that Blade punches.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
The only time he doesn't make a noise is that scene where, like, basically he and Whistler are like trying to two-time Karen, and then he just like alights onto the floor like a kind of like
Cat.
creature of the night, like a cat. And it's like
he chooses
cool.
how much noise he
noise
makes.
to make. Yeah.
And
I
most of
wish-
the time he makes a lot.
I do wish we saw more of him vamping it up. Like, you know,
Just being
like,
kind of like doing
just
like a lip
doing
sync for
more
his
vampire
life.
tricks, doing more vampire tricks. I don't know.
Vampire
He's like
trick.
hanging upside down, and it's like
I
no
feel like
reason.
he doesn't use his. Like he
what
uses
are like
his strength
obscure
a lot.
vampire tricks?
I mean, like
obscure
if he
vampire
just walked by a
mentals.
mirror and didn't
Yeah.
see anything.
Mentalisms, like they can transmogrify
Yeah.
themselves into weird, like him turning into like a hound.
Oh yeah, that
Like
would
I
be
would
weird
like to
spooky
see.
hound.
Yeah, I would like to see Blade like making making somebody
His
do
eyes
his bidding.
sort
Yeah,
of fully spinning like weird, like hypnotic.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Karen.
Karen.
Can we do a Karen
spinoff.
spinoff?
Yeah.
I mean, I already pitched mine.
The Karen spinoff is House starring Karen.
She's on House. That actress.
No, it's just House. It's
That would
just
be the
like
movie.
every episode is like someone's got some weird blood disorder, and they're like, "Oh, we think she's got this," and Karen's like, "Nope, I'm right."
But
It's just
every
Karen.
time, could
This
it be a
is-
vampire?
This is the pitch. It's not a movie. It's a TV series.
TV procedural.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
It is ER, but in the Marvel universe. And Karen is the head doctor
Yeah.
of this hospital. She moves from whatever fake city they're in Blade. Let's call it New York.
Yeah.
She's in Chicago now.
Torontangelus.
She's in Atlanta. She's in Atlanta
hell yeah,
because
dude.
it's way cheaper to shoot there. And yeah, she's whatever.
Can I also just pitch an additional element to this? A
Absolutely.
recurring motif. Okay, every episode, she's dating a new fuckboy from like the lab or the hospital or something like that, and that motherfucker gets chewed up by whatever the monster of the week is, and she's like, oh god.
in the cold open?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then she has to like fight him at the end too, where he's like, like, "Come on, let's stay together, baby."
Or they could do like a Better Call Saul sort of thing, where it's like in the
Wait.
past, it's just like her going through medical school.
And having that relationship with the doctor that dies, that's like trying to get back together with
Curtis.
Yeah,
she
dude.
thinks she's like cursed.
There's nothing
supernatural at all.
supernatural
No
element
supernatural
about
elements at all. Yeah.
it. No, I'm like we're doing Goose. I'm like
This is a
fucking
show.
talking myself into it's ER meets the X-Files.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's a fucking medical procedure.
Paranormal medicine.
She's got to do this blood test and
Yeah.
oops, whoa, it's a Frankenstein. Like I'm so fucking into that. Guy comes in with a gunshot wound on his butt, and like he doesn't have a pulse. What? That'd be great.
She's got to
Question.
have like. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Do you think she's got to turn at the end of the movie now, right? Because he ate so much of her blood.
So I watched Blade 2.
Karen ain't in it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
She's not in
they
it?
completely just
She
I don't
gone.
even think they address it.
yeah.
Well, fuck that.
They lose Karen and Whistler's alive inexplicably, or I'm sure they retcon it in some way where it's like, actually, haha.
Well, they do hint and they say Whistler can care for himself, and then there's like a shot where he's like crawling into a sewer drain, like in the train scene when he dislocates his shoulder.
Yeah, but
Oh no, but then he fucking
shoots himself in the
blows
head.
his own brains out
well,
after
no,
that.
we
No,
hear
we
a
don't.
gunshot.
But
So
he
don't
so
see
he's
it.
staging it so Blade can like move on and go to the
Yeah.
final fight.
is that what happens in Blade 2?
No, he's dead, and then they retcon it for the
Yeah,
second
they
movie.
absolutely retconned it.
He's supposed to be dead in this movie.
Yes.
Definitely.
I don't know.
Because that's what motivates Blade to go
Kick some ass.
ass.
But maybe he just pretended to die to motivate Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
he's a
I
good
guarantee
father
that's what
figure.
it is in the fucking second one.
Yeah.
It's just like, I knew you needed a push.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's still there.
Did Guillermo del Toro make Blade 2 before or after Hellboy? Because Blade 2 is
Before.
like fucking Hellboy, basically.
Yeah, it's very similar to Hellboy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That guy's got like 5 tricks.
So we talked
Okay,
about we talked,
let's not fucking shade Guillermo del Toro in front of me.
Listen, he's every nerd's like favorite, like, you know, sort of industry hero, but most of his movies haven't been that good.
What name a Guillermo?
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
That's
Devil's
pretty good.
Backbone.
We haven't seen it.
Hellboy. Hellboy to the Golden Army.
I've only seen
Shape
Pan's
of
Labyrinth.
Water.
Great.
Didn't
No,
see
Shape of Water's great.
I know.
I won't stand
No.
for
I know,
this.
and this is what you said, and then I went out and saw it, and I respect you so much. I like so much of the stuff that you like, and I'm just like, no.
I still haven't seen Shape of Water.
I've only seen Pan's Labyrinth of those movies, and it was fine.
It was great, but I mean,
But
like,
Let's move on. Let's move on.
I love creating rifts between us.
So
romanticism.
one. All right, so I think
It's gothic romance.
So-
It's gothic.
Romance.
so one.
Kyle won't make eye contact. He's just looking into the middle distance, like imagining a life. If you had friends who understood.
Yeah.
Sorry. dude.
No. So obviously, it's gonna happen. They're gonna reboot Blade,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and who?
Okay, well, I hear you've got
I
you
have
got the best cast.
Let's save
No.
it.
Save the best for last.
Well, I don't know if it's the best. Let's go around and I'll.
We can all say who we think.
Are we rebooting this movie though? We're ignoring 2 and 3. We're not trying to get the
absolutely.
Reynolds
Yeah,
and the-
yeah, we're not-
This is
It's a reboot.
Wiping
It's
the
not a
slate clean.
sequel.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not a
Spider-Man.
soft reboot. It's
This
a
is
hard
Spider-Man
All
with
right.
Andrew Garfield.
reboot. Yeah.
Okay, here's my pitch for Blade. Are you ready for this?
I am.
I do not know the actress's name.
Ooh, actress.
Lady
Yeah,
Blade.
Lady Blade. It's the woman who plays Michonne from
Oh,
Walking Dead
Steven, my
/
God.
Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
What's that actress's name? I'll look it up.
Something. I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Yes.
Lady Blade.
Lady Blade. That's a great idea.
I do like a Lady
That's a
Blade.
really good idea.
That's pretty good.
She would be perfect for that.
She's
And
just snatching dicks.
and you've
She's
already
doing
got that-
dick.
Dick
She's
rips
ripping them
instead of
off.
throw
Dick
rips.
rips.
Dick rips. Oh,
You've already got the studio loves that because you've already got that built in. She's got a fan base from Walking Dead.
She's so fucking cool.
and Black
Black
Panther.
Panther.
Oh, I love it.
Denai Guerrera.
Denai Guerrera.
Who is she in
She's
Black
a playwright.
Panther?
Did you know that?
In Black Panther, she's like the head of the warrior, like
Oh yeah, she's
women.
cool.
Yeah.
She's fucking awesome.
And she's a playwright. Oh, so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Give her money to run her company.
Who's your Whistler?
Ooh, my Whistler is. Come back to me. I don't know.
I know my.
Let me
Whistler.
ask you something. Let me ask you something.
Lady Gaga. Bradley Cooper is. Chris Christopherson is.
Can we get Jeff Bridges?
That was my guess,
Can
just
we
because he
get it?
looks
Yeah.
like the dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just like it's like a halfway there thing with Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
Let's go all the way. Let's get him.
Let's go full bridge.
Can we get him? Throw some money at him. He's already played someone in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but
Who did he
fuck
play?
it.
an Iron Man movie?
He was in Iron Man,
He's
the
bald.
first Iron Man. He's
Yeah.
the villain in the first Iron Man.
Oh.
Fucking drop that banner. We got him.
We got him.
We got Bridges.
Mission accomplished.
That's pretty good.
My pitch for the Blade reboot is less fun, but I think probably the way they'd end up going, honestly, Mahershala Ali.
Okay.
And the reason I think this is shots of him in the trailer for Alita Battle Angel, where he's wearing like weird little sci-fi
Fucking weird-ass
sunglasses
Blade glasses.
and a leather jacket, and I'm like, that's Blade.
Yeah.
Like there he is. He's done. He's ready to go.
I also like this sort of idea of like maybe potentially having some of these like this sort of like physical stature of these people change too, like because like Wesley Snipes in this looks like all these people look now too, where they're all like super swole and pumped up, like somebody who's kind of like lithe and like lean and long.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's like quite
that's
tall.
lean and long
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a blade.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're suckers for metaphors here. We like
Think about it.
Oh, it's so smart.
Go on, think about it.
I I was just gonna do Michael B. Jordan, but he can't because he's Killmonger, and they're both Marvel movies.
So we thought about this, but like Ryan Reynolds is in Blade Trinity, and he gets to be Deadpool.
But again, I
I
hate
think
to be a stickler, but not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Which one?
I mean,
Deadpool or-
There's
both,
one.
neither one of those movies.
Oh, so
are.
then it wouldn't matter for Blade.
For Ryan Reynolds.
What
But
about Michael B.
Jordan was in Black Panther, and that is
But
part
what
of the
is
Marvel
this thing
Cinematic
with
Universe.
like these actors? This is all fantasy. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, just make him Blade.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what
Agreed, you nerds.
Okay. Well,
Jordan.
I guess
I'm saying they wouldn't let him. I'm fine with it. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want.
right. So Michael B. Jordan, although I really like everyone else's choices too, I'm gonna have Lily Tomlin be Whistler. But as
That is a wild
Jane
ass.
Curtin is Whistler. Emma, I love it. Yes.
That is a wild ass choice, and I love it.
What did Lily Tomlin just voice? She was like
She was in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. She was Aunt May.
She was Aunt May, and I gotta
Killed
tell
it.
you, it was a fucking amazing performance.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is Aunt May?
Yeah,
It's
she's
so good.
great.
Lily Tomlin, bring her back. This is her Tomlinson
do not call it a comeback because
been here for years.
Grace and Frankie is great.
I don't watch it,
It's
but I'm
fun.
sure it's great. Yeah. I don't like
People.
I'm uncomfortable.
Saigon Bridget or whatever we're supposed to call it.
Hanoi.
Hanoi Fonda. No.
What was she called?
Yeah, what was it?
Hanoi Jane.
Hanoi
They called her
Jane.
Hanoi Jane.
Or like Hanoi Fonda.
Saigon Bridget.
All right, man. Cool. That was a fun little bit. Wait, but this has all been building.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm going to preface this that you have to imagine him as, like, super, super jacked,
Okay.
really ripped Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Donald Glover,
Yeah.
like, he's got that wink. He could do it.
I think
Fuck
he could
yeah.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could do it.
I
Just like a...
you're like super jacked, and I was like, this motherfucker is gonna say Jaleel White. Let's bring back
I
Article.
thought you were gonna name a white guy.
No. And then for
Ryan
Whistler,
Reynolds.
Nick Nolte.
Oh, of course.
Truly,
Yes,
truly
of
unhinged.
course, Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
Also been in a Marvel Cinematic. Oh wait, no, he was in the first Hulk movie. That's not part of the canon. I have a pitch for Deacon Frost in the reboot.
Oh, okay.
Wait, we all have to go do our Deacon Frosts.
Yeah.
after this. I have no
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
I'll think of one.
Lakeith Stanfield
Who's that?
Oh yeah, from
Get Out,
Yeah.
from Sorry to Bother
Bootsy
You,
Collins.
from Atlanta.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, he'd be great. I want to see him do a villain. I want to see him choose scenery as a villain.
Yeah. I think I do like the villain being white though.
True,
But
true.
cool.
It is really fun
cool.
watching Blade beat the shit out of a cop.
That was great.
Yeah, who's playing that cop? He's
Yeah.
fucking getting bodied against that car.
It'll be some comedian.
yeah.
It'll be Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, let us know your Donald Logues and your Deacon Frost. Who should
Oh,
also
yeah.
play Donald Logue?
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
who would the Donald Logue
Who would
be?
play Donald Logue?
Yeah,
That's
or
not
whatever-
his name.
whatever that
That's
guy's
in the
name is.
movie. That's-
Quinn, please.
Obviously Zach Galifianakis.
Nah,
No,
he too big.
I'm
He too
kidding.
big.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say who's the guy from Garden State?
Zach Braff.
Yeah, Zach.
Zach Braff would be a great Deacon Frost.
Oh, I would love to see Zach Braff take a weird turn, be like a villain.
Who's Pearl? Doesn't have to be a fat person. If that silence is you trying not to think
I
of
was
fat
trying-
actresses.
Honestly, Pearl's voice reminded me of the lady who's in Pretty in Pink.
Rebel Wilson.
I mean, 16 Candles. She's like an 80s actress, and she has a voice like
Oh,
this.
Blade.
And she's like a tiny lady. I don't know.
Wait. Not Boombox's sister.
No, that's Say Anything.
Yeah, but what's his sister in real life?
Joan Cusack.
Joan Cusack.
No,
Joan Cusack.
Joan Cusack is Pearl.
Okay, she's the only part she has in 16 Candles is she's like the organ lady at the church, and she's like, "Your sister seems like she's taken a lot of pills."
So we're casting it based on the voice.
She's a character actress, yeah,
The lady from is it the lady from Poltergeist? Zelda Rubinstein?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that-
sounds exactly like
yeah.
Pearl.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's go back to Rebel Wilson.
You do your impression.
Wait.
Blade. Karen, get that light off me, Karen. I'll tell you everything.
We haven't cast Karen either.
I'll tell you everything, Karen.
Oh, Karen's easy.
Anna Kendrick.
Karen is Beyonce.
Oh, no.
Okay, what is this live action Lion King ass? You're just taking everybody from live action Lion King and putting him in your Blade remake.
Well, I haven't told you.
Stephen Dorff is Billy Eichner. Well, now wait a second.
So I have my Frost. It's me. I would play Deacon Frost.
I will do it.
I will unbutton my shirts one more button and grow out my bangs.
One more button.
Yeah, you have to turn it up a notch.
You already unbutton them a lot, dude.
We're already seeing a lot of your taco meat, my dude.
Blade.
You know what? I want all Australian.
Blade, I'm a computer genius.
What's our all
Australian
Kiwi Blade cast?
I would love Australian Blade with like a big set piece in the third act in like the Sydney Opera House.
I couldn't remember the name Jermaine Clement, and Bronson Pinchot jumped into my head first. So Bronson Pinchot is playing my Donald Logue. Balky is Donald Logue.
Sam Neill is Udo Kier's part.
And then that cute little chubby kid.
Oh, he's Blade. Come here, I'll fuck you up. His little sword. God.
Wait,
so good.
what cute little chubby?
From Hunt for the Wilder People.
I think
never
Zach
saw it.
Galifianakis would be a good Donald Logue.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Oh. No, you
And
said
I got yelled at.
No, Tevis, that's a great idea.
you said Zach Galifianakis for Whistler.
No,
I said
meant-
Lily Tomlin
yeah.
for Whistler.
Yeah.
I absolutely said him for Donald Logue. And then
Anyway, so I think
Lily Tomlin for like. Okay, we're just gonna make in a sort of like presidential banner style, like Lily Tomlin for Whistler 2020, and we're gonna hang them around every American city and just see what happens. It's
A
such
chicken
a
in every pot and a Lily Tomlin for every Whistler.
It's such a good pick. I'm dying. Oh. Did we get a really good Deacon though?
We didn't.
No, I
nobody
haven't gotten
responded to my.
excuse me.
I know, Tevis, we cut your mic.
Tevis.
All right, I'm sorry, we cut your mic.
I mean, if we can't get Tevis Paxton,
Who's a little like wormy
Wiry
little?
man.
Who's got a kind of
Pale.
like Christian Slatery kind of like, you know, moody knit brow and then like a greasy hair. Kind
Yeah.
Of.
who is he did a really good
Glenn
job.
Close, hot off her The Wife win, plays Deacon Frost.
No, he did what's his name? He was so good in Good Time.
what's
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson.
I mean, that's
Which he already has played a vampire.
That's not even a stunt pick. That's a good pick.
That's a really good pick.
That's a good
actually,
pick.
he's much bigger than Stephen Dorff was at this time. But if we're
Yeah.
talking about like now, it's got Disney money behind it.
Yeah, we got Beyonce on this.
He's got slightly
Money is
British
not
teeth.
a
They're going to have to
question.
correct those teeth to get
Yeah.
the kind of prosthetic vamps over it, but we can do it.
He was a vampire.
Yeah, so he's already
In all of
got the
Twilight.
chops. He's already got the chops. He's ready
Literally.
to sparkle, baby.
I don't
He's
know
got
if
the
he
chops.
would do it
He's got the
because
chomps.
He didn't like being that.
God damn it.
Why is everyone mad at me?
All right, let's rate Blade.
Let's do it.
Anybody else got any hot Blade takes they want to?
Man, I could do this for 3 more hours.
No, I'm tired.
Understand. But there is a version of this when Kratom worked and we watched the second one.
We didn't
and
disclose.
Recorded another podcast, and then we watched the third one and didn't do the podcast because nobody.
3 of us are on legal substances right now.
Yeah.
It's called Kratos.
Kratom.
It's a God of War drug.
Kratom. It's a weird fake internet drug that it's basically Alex Jones brain pills, but Tevis is taking them and has convinced Emma to take them also.
And then,
and Steven took one too.
And then I was just excited. I just want to be. If everybody's having fun, I want to be there.
And I did not. I had some spicy Crawtator Zaps chips instead.
So, do drugs if you want.
Yeah, do drugs if you want. But also, if you don't want, come hang out with me and eat
Is this a
Zaps.
libertarian podcast?
Oh, yeah, totally, dude.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why you feel so comfortable.
We're on Pete Holmes and Alex Jones's new podcast network, Super Brains. All right, we gonna rate this?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah,
And then also, just before we rate, Tevis, please come back for Blade 2.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
We'll have a
I want to
sequel
put you on the
month.
spot. We're gonna let you rate and review last. You'll kind of get the hang of it.
Okay.
I'll go first. It's 2 thumbs up. It was a fun time at the movies. Was this scary? No, it wasn't. Well, there was a couple of times there I did my reflexive ear thing, and and then Steven Dorff pulls out like his opponent or his enemy's teeth with fucking pliers, and that was a full puke. So that was gross. But as it's scary, I'm gonna go 1. I don't think it was particularly scary. It is a 2 thumbs uppy for me.
1 what?
One night in that sort of like sex locker bed. You know what I mean? That sort
That'll
of like
protect you from an earthquake.
That earthquake bed
that coffin
that you
bed.
like fuck and then like put on foundation in. The sun blocking foundation. Like so yeah, 2 thumbs up, baby. It was fun.
Great.
I'm also going to give it a thumbs up. I did enjoy it. It was fun. It's a fun romp. I was scared, but it's not going to like last. It was like fun, but in the moment it was scary. I would give it 2.5 2.5. Oh, that little staircase in the warehouse that was used as a bookshelf. I just love it. I just want to go to that. I want to go to Blade's reading nook.
Yeah. Blade's reading nook. Take a look at Blade's reading nook.
Cut the roots off these plants.
2 thumbs up. It was a fucking blast. It was so much more fun than I thought it was going to be. This movie's fucking great. Great action sequences. Yeah. Like, it's so good as an action movie. The fight scenes are awesome.
Yeah.
Not scary in the slightest. No. Giving it a 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. I had one and forgot it. 1 out of 5 smears of anti-sun, like wildly strong sunblock.
Zinc oxide for the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm gonna give it 1,000 thumbs up.
Yes, I'll allow it.
It is great. And then on the scary metric, I'm gonna give it is it 1 out of 5 or
1 out of 5 something from the film that
1 out of 5 throat rips.
Yeah.
1 out of 5 throat rips and then throwing it into Steven.
Yuck, ew, 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 ew.
Am I the sort of like high maintenance, finicky sort of like wuss of the group?
Yes.
Everybody else here like would be totally cool with having a throat thrown in their face.
No, of course not.
Okay. Anyway, 917.
No, you did after the song.
Oh, right. I'm trying to fuck
We're gonna
these.
drop it in.
I'm trying to
along
fuck
with your
these
full
lichen
address.
phobes. Or no, lichen likes. Okay, cool.
Like Ophelia.
Like Ophelia. Where woof is more like it. Anyway, do you guys want to plug anything? Are we plugging anything?
Tevis, anything to plug? Any business ventures?
Where can we get
any
you?
investments that you want to get people in on?
Any sort of like new cryptocurrency you're spinning up?
No.
Okay. What about any of those networks? If you want anybody to get at you on Twitter, Instagram, etc.
No, please do not.
Okay.
What about?
I like it. My man is off the grid.
Do you have a sketch group?
Yeah, I'm a part of Pendulum.
Yeah.
One of us.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Anybody want to carry the?
I'll go ahead and
the
pick that up. Pendulum, you may have heard us talk about, is our sketch comedy team. We do a show on the third Thursday of every month at Cold Town Theater. We are about to be ramping up for our Cold Town main stage show, Class War, Saturdays, 8:30 p.m. in May and April.
So if you like to prey on homeless people, if you like to eat them to stay alive, come see our show. That's the kind of people we're looking for.
That's who we want there. I said May and April, but I think it's like the last couple weeks of April, and then May.
Yeah.
April usually comes before May.
Well, people may think we have like an 8-week run.
Fight.
I'm glad we're getting into it. And then Stool Pigeon, Sunday nights, 8:30 p.m. Bring your own beers, free show, Cold Town Theater, Austin, Texas.
ColdTownTheater.com.
ColdTownTheater.com. We teach classes here.
Does this look like fun? Does this sound like fun? It is.
This looks like fun. You can watch Blade on a Blu-ray at Kyle's house.
I haven't come over. I'm about to order some DoorDash. I'm going to get like maybe Freebirds, maybe. I don't know. I've been thinking about it.
Just look for the Lily Tomlin for Whistler 2020 banner hanging on the balcony outside. You'll know you're at the right place. Somebody actually does have that. No, run away, my dude. You will be murdered at that place.
Oh, so fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
917-555-638.